Hello, everyone.
All
It
right.
is week 9 of our Hurricane Ian evacuation. Week 9. I can't believe it's week 9.
Week 9.
And there's still no help from insurance, and there's still no help from FEMA. And Minnie Pearl's going to drink some of her water again.
Every time we get on.
Every time we do a video. It has been an interesting week so far. We bought an RV. Bought an RV yesterday after going and looking at several and taking some time to decide on this one. It's a 1995 American Dream. We named it Annie the Ark. And Tommy, would you like to explain what happened on the way home?
Well, it's a beautiful RV, outside and inside. It's very 90s fabulous. It's really, really pretty. The people kept really good care of it.
You can follow us on TikTok at Carolyn J, Braden, and we're going to chronicle this thing from start until whenever we get back to Sanibel on YouTube, which is also at Carolyn J, Braden, and you can follow me on my website for our story to see it. So right now we won't show it to you, but we will be showing it to you on our channels.
Our fun yesterday was we went and picked it up, drove it. It was up in Evansville, Indiana, about 2 hours from here. We got, I don't know, about halfway back.
It was past Evansville.
Yeah, we got about halfway back. We stopped to eat at Arby's.
Love those market fresh sandwiches.
And went back to get out in it. It wouldn't start at all. So we called around, or we seen a guy that was a truck driver nearby, and he helped us with some. He had like a jump pack and it wouldn't start. Still with that. And he said, I'm pretty sure the alternator or the batteries are dead. So we called a Napa, and they brought us 2 new batteries from, they have a shop that does it, the installs for them. So they brought those up and hooked it up and started right up. No problem. So I thought, well, just the batteries are just dead. And he's like, but I don't think they're charging. I think the alternator's is either out or bad or something. So I said, okay. So he said, if you want to run it down to the shop, we can further check it. So we ran it down to the shop. It was about like 4 o'clock in the afternoon or so. And so the guy came out, looked at it, said, yeah, the batteries, I don't think the alternator's charging, but, and then it started smoking.
Tommy was holding it together so well. We had a friend with us who was also very helpful, and his dad, and everybody's trying to calm Tommy. He knows so much about these vehicles. He has researched these for years. He even wrote you read a textbook on it, but it's different when you actually
have it and have to deal with it and stuff like that. So and then it started smoking, and apparently it was something simple. It burned up some wiring on a fuel shut-off solenoid, whatever that is. And so the guy at the shop in Ferdinand, Indiana, was able to
by Santa Claus
kind of bypass it and get it running so that at least we could make it home last night. I think we barely made it home. The batteries were starting to go by the time we got home.
He had the heat off.
Lights were starting to dim.
Freezing when he got home. Oh my goodness.
So we made it home, waited back here, and now
I was in a vehicle behind him making sure he was okay with our friend. I was with Tommy's dad in the truck behind, and Tommy was driving it really well.
Yeah.
For never have driven something this big before. He did so good.
It wasn't that difficult to drive, but it drove like a dream, as it says.
It's an American dream.
It drove great so we got a guy coming to look at it either tomorrow or the next day, after that, to hopefully get the thing fixed. And we think it's just something kind of small, according to the guy at the shop in Indiana. He said it's not really that big a deal, and they're pretty easy to work on. Everything's right there, so hopefully they do that and get us going again. So get us heading back to Florida.
Sanibel. The people that we bought it from were so kind. So if they are watching this, because I know we are following each other now, they're lovely people, and it was plugged in at their house, and there's no way that this was a visible thing. It is what it is. It was plugged in at their house. He started it. It ran well. We looked the whole thing over. It's just
everything seems fine.
Yeah,
so,
they're super great people, and we're gonna still take care of this because it is beautiful. I'm gonna fix it up even more because I love to decorate, and we love to make things that have challenges like our home renovations we've done over the years. Now we're going to have an RV renovation to do. We always want to make things better than they were before. So we have no doubt that we can get this thing going. It is beautiful, and we're going to be able to get our fur babies back to Sanibel. Again, speaking of Sanibel, not a whole lot of news to report out of there. There is still no mail service, and that is not going to happen. Mail service to the island. You can drive an hour to go pick up your mail every day, but there's still no mail service.
An hour there and an hour back.
That is a very big sore spot with us because there are 90-year-old plus people living on the island, and they don't drive. There are people that take cabs to church. And so this is hitting a sore spot with us because it's not about us. We could do the drive, but it's about the city of Sanibel taking care of their people. And that's not happening the way we would like. Well, it's city government.
I know, just the federal government with the post office, but
yeah. But I mean, whatever. We've been working on it on our end, and there's not really a whole lot else going on. Just a whole lot of cleanup going on.
Right.
There's still trash everywhere being picked up. Some shops like Macintosh Books, they have set up little pop-up shops in Fort Myers so they can sell their products during the holiday season. Some of them have like temporary 6-month leases, so that's really a good thing. Some restaurants have decided to unfortunately not reopen, like one of our favorite Sanibel Fresh. Chef Amy at Sanibel Fresh is an amazing chef, and I have no doubt, I've reached out to her, have no doubt that she will be okay, but that restaurant will be severely missed by us and many people. And it's just the holidays are coming, so I see like probably a slowdown to some things, but more and more people keep their hopes up and their positivity going. I do know like the hotel had a big light on Captiva. Tween Waters had their big light up celebration because again, the holidays will continue. Hurricane Ian is not going to take that away from people, that joy. And so that's really good. There's eagles that are being spotted coming back to their nests, even though the trees aren't in great shape and don't look the same. The birds are like, you know what? We're going to keep on setting up our nests and keep going. So that's really good. More and more animals are showing their faces again, and that's good. We'll get back eventually. Maybe it's going to be the first of the year after the new year, and that's fine because we're still here safe in Indiana. I think we're so thankful for our family and friends and prayers and love and support that it just continue to keep pouring in from people. Say prayers for Tommy. This, like, the RV is like his dream come true, and this is a blip, a bump in the road. Yeah. And we'll get through it.
Hopefully.
We will.
No, hopefully it's a blip.
It's a blip, hopefully. So, and if you are wondering, there is a loan service that people that are homeowners can get in disaster areas. It is called an SBA loan. It is through FEMA?
Through the Small Business Administration via FEMA somehow. Yeah. So we have something going on that. So we actually wind up getting money before anything. So
yeah, before insurance or FEMA. But that is just a word of advice. We applied for that. It did not happen overnight. We applied for that like weeks ago. That's another thing. All of this is a long process. So people on the island some people are starting to get some money from insurance, but it's still
it's trickling. It's
so
at best. So
keep saying your prayers, and we'll update you again next week. This is another fun find I found at MAEd. I survived Hurricane Gloria. Even though this was not Gloria, I survived Hurricane Ian. I still needed to have it. It was an interesting find.